Sometimes I feel like there's a switch turned off in people's brains. There's this backwards, insane way of thinking that I see all around, especially on the internet, of fully grown adults not knowing how to hold their emotions and beliefs while simply allowing other people to have their own. It's this, there's not enough room for all of us to be here when there's actually ample room. There's ample space. So why is there an illusion of a problem? That's going to get into a conversation, a historical conversation of power and things. But I'm going to try to keep this video funneled. I know I go on side tangents. I'm really working on that. And this whole delusion, it's all due to what I think is one of the greatest fallacies that's affected mankind. One that has completely rocked civilization as we know it. This backwards belief that's actually preventing our evolution as a species. And that fallacy is, if two people believe different things, one of them has to be wrong. And that's simply not true. I'm sorry. It's time for us to break open our brains and understand that that is just not true. Your view is equal to everyone else's. And I shouldn't have to say, but I'll just add the little caveat disclaimer in there. We aren't talking about beliefs that bring about harm, that bring about a net negative energy. We aren't talking about harming people. Those beliefs are obviously objectively universally wrong. Okay, back to the script. It's just not true. That is just not true. I know back in the day, we've understood that to be true. Well, there couldn't be multiple truths. Today, 2026, we have to understand that that's just not true. And this flat way of thinking actively goes against the nature of the universe. So it's not going to allow you to expand and see the world as it really is. Our universe is omnidirectional, every which way at all times. Things can overlap, things can be seemingly different, and then still be the same at the essence level. Well, let me pull back before I lose some of y'all. So logically, a lot of people understand the phrase, let's agree to disagree, right? Let's just agree to disagree. I can agree to disagree. I'm a mature adult. Let's just agree to disagree. Logically, a lot of people can conceptualize that, but on the level of the body, that's where the real feeling lives. That's where the real automaticities, where the knee-jerk reactions live, in the body. Folks don't know how to embody this. Grown adults really struggle to just really live in that free space of everybody's free to believe it. People really, really, really struggle to embody this. So much that they feel this need to impose their own beliefs on other people around them, especially on the internet. Lord, let me not get ahead of myself. It's really not taught or emphasized in our society in a real way. It feels like the ideology that there is more than enough space for everyone and their varying views to fit. That's one of the big switches we need to make. There is ample space for everyone and their own beliefs to live and flourish and this idea of everyone needing to be funneled down these specific corridors is just not accurate. It's literally cracking. It was never sustainable. That ideology, I don't think was ever really sustainable because our nature is to just expand. So some of those old beliefs are cracking. And so we have to start to expand so that we're not just sitting here confused when these systems erode. So I'm actually of the belief that everyone is supposed to have slightly different views and slightly different ways of interpreting even the same phenomenon, simply because of the common sense fact that we all have incredibly unique lives, even growing up in the same house as a sibling or someone. No one has seen the world unfold in the exact same way you did through your exact filter. No one learned things in the exact same order using the same mechanisms or apparatuses that you did. We are all here in this unique individual trip. I kind of see the world as an auditorium where there's a stage and there's a bunch of seats. There's a bunch of seats around the stage and they all have a different view of the stage, but they're all in a slightly different place. So everyone is seeing the same show. Everyone is seeing the same performance from a slightly, even if it's just a degree difference, a slightly different level, a slightly different vantage point. So when everyone says what they saw, if they could verbalize it, everyone's experience would be slightly different. And people will literally, so someone who's sitting up here and then someone sitting down in the front, they'll leave the show and fight with each other that they didn't even see the same show. And it's like, yes, you did. You just saw it from different perspectives. It's the same show. Anyway, I don't think any of our beliefs are supposed to match completely because literally everything is being run through our unique filters. And I think once we know that, there's a level of distance we can get, even from our own beliefs. That's why I welcome everyone's beliefs, because I know that my beliefs are equal to everyone else's. So I don't even kind of cling on tight to my own. I'm kind of able to swing from thing to thing, observe, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And really quickly on this note, I think this is why I'm able to connect with so many different people from so many different walks of life and beliefs, because I see it all as the same. I love observing things through the lens of mysticism and through the lens of science and the universe and God and source or whatever, or quantum physics. Like, it's all the same to me. They're all just different lenses and they all give a different coloring. They're all just like different colors added onto the painting of life. And since I observe it all kind of unemotionally, I literally see that they're all the same. They're all the same. Like, I can read Think and Grow Rich and understand it from a logical standpoint, and then I can also see it from the perspective of manifestation and quantum creation, alchemy and transmutation. And then I can read Reality Transurfing and see that it's basically talking about the same thing in a lot of ways. And that's why, one, I'll never understand religious wars. It's just a lower level of thinking. It's a lower vibration of existence, feeling like you need to fight to preserve yourself. I was reading a book. I don't remember which book it was because I'm in the middle of like 3 books right now, so I don't know which one it came from. But I was reading a book and it was talking about everything ultimately stems from our fear of death. And it was talking about immortality projects. That's where religious wars come from. All these people trying to create immortality projects, and then when one immortality project rubs up against another immortality project, a war starts. And that's people's, or a group of people's, fundamental beliefs that they've clung on to and that they've poured all their energy into. They've decided to funnel all their life force energy into a construct, into an idea, and it conflicts with another group's equal equal construct. And you create in your world, in your paradigm, based on the belief you subscribe to, that means they are against you and you have to annihilate them in order to make sure your immortality project prevails. And it's just a lower vibrational way of thinking, and it's just insanity. It's just absolute insanity. And I think that's the way to evolve. There's space for everyone. There's love for everyone. There's just so much. I just want to nail in your head, there's more than enough space. There's more than enough space, okay? All of us having different views is not a defect of the human condition. No, we're supposed to be different, accept that difference, and then that allows us to focus on the constant. When we accept the difference and understand that's a part of the game, like be onboarded to it, now we can focus on the constant. What's the pervasive thread that's going through all of it, despite all the different lenses? Like, that is what we as a whole should prioritize and see, okay, well then that must be truth. These different viewpoints are not a defect of the human condition. It's the point. Because once we accept that all our differences are pre-downloaded into the game, like it's supposed to be here, we'll start focusing on what's the same. Sometimes it feels like we're in a video game and we're not focused on the actual mission at hand because we're just getting so distracted by all these little side quests and NPC characters, you know? Like, but it's like, no, there's like an actual mission we could be pursuing. That's kind of how I feel a lot of people operate. Like they're just focused on like the wrong things, missing the point, really missing the point of what we could be doing here, what we could be moving toward. Trying to preserve and beat down other people who don't have the same beliefs that you do is like such a random side quest. It's not even a side quest because it doesn't do any good. It's not the actual way to evolve. People think that going around and trying to get people to believe what they believe is the way forward, and it's just not. We have to let go and then learn to come together through that letting go. And once we start focusing on what's the same, we'll find that a lot of us are saying the same thing. We're singing the same note, the same frequency, just in different languages. And this brings me to the main illustration I want to make in this video, and it's about layers. So my last video on the shift was a perfect example of this because despite the overwhelming majority of viewers feeling the same phenomena come up through them, people had different viewpoints. People have different vantage points. People read different texts or went through different seasons of life that brought them to this or whatever it is, you know. Some people bring historical contextualization, other people bring quantum contextualization. All of it is so cool. Some people bring religious contextualization and stories and gospels, and it's like I look at all this in the bowl. I throw all these perspectives in the bowl of human consciousness, and I'm just like, there's life here. There's humanity in the comments. There's love. There's God in the comments. It's not about all the different things. It's like, you're here. You hear me, you're connected, you're resonant, you're bringing your own lens and perspective, but you're all saying the same thing. But it's sad when the people in the comments are fighting. It's like people don't even realize that they're saying the same thing. Some people don't even realize that they're saying the same thing that I'm saying in the video, but they think they disagree with the video. It's honestly, it's so fascinating. It's fascinating how caught up we are with words that we completely miss essence. We completely miss meaning. And reading some of those, there were a few people whose I could see their minds were stunted by the fact that it wasn't presented to them in their specific lens. You could see some kind of resonance, but it wasn't presented or packaged in the way that they can just easily consume it. So it was like rejected. When really everything is just true at once. And it's unfortunate when people can't see the connectivity that they're right up on, that they're right up against, the opportunity, the threshold, the doorway that they could walk through and be connected with all these like souls. You could come be in the courtyard of all these people. This backwards belief, this parasite that it has to be my way, is actually preventing communication. It's preventing connection. The body can't live like that. People can't engage with the love because they're too busy saying, well, it's not that actually, it's this. And actually, no, it's not that, it's actually this. And it's like, babe, okay, but you get what I'm saying. But so what I'm hearing is that you get what I'm saying, though. Sounds like you get what I'm saying. Right, huh? Oh, okay. Like, baby, we can sing different notes and it still go together. What do you think harmonizing is? And I'm just so intrigued. Like, I get so much enjoyment reading all the different places people come from because I know that you are me and I am you. But you've spawned in that corner of the world, in that familial structure, in that culture, in that day and time. So I get to see me in a different vantage point, from a different point of view. That is the wholeness we're being asked to embody. That is the wholeness we're being asked to move toward. Make space. We can all occupy the same space, the same frequency, and just be on different layers. You have to be able to see alignment. We have a bias to see differences, but like, you need to, you know what I mean? Like, people need to switch their brains to see alignment. There's so much love being missed. Someone else might just be saying their version of what you're saying. Like, when I see four people arguing about their different beliefs, you know, sometimes even making fun of each other, rendering people uneducated, misinformed, or just crazy, I find it so odd because more often than not, I can see they're all just operating on different layers that are overlapping. Like, they're saying the same thing from different vantage points. Like, from my point of view, it kind of looks like four people eating vanilla ice cream, but they all have different toppings on their ice cream. And they're just cursing each other out. Like, ew, you got sprinkles, you dumb motherfucking bitch, fucking cunt. It's like, whoa. Y'all look crazy right now. Ew, are those sprinkles? Ew, are those sprinkles, you gross motherfucking cunt bitch? Everybody knows that crushed up Oreos are the only things that should go on vanilla ice cream. Long story short, I fear that a lot of people in this present day are missing the point. Why people are so bad at it. Like, why? Why are we so bad at it? There are a lot of reasons. Like I said, there are a lot of historical reasons I'm not going to get into. I'm going to focus on the inner condition. I like to focus on the things that we can change now, the things that we have access to now versus what happened in the past. So I think a big part of it is that we project our inner condition out into the world. And when you don't have space, spaciousness inside, where you can take a deep breath and come back down and feel content in your body, safe, spacious in your body. If you don't have that spaciousness, you don't have tolerance. You don't have the flexibility to accommodate all the diversity that's around you. It takes energy to accommodate things that we don't understand. And when you don't have that safe space within yourself to explore, to rest, to be spacious, you unleash that same kind of rigid energy onto the world. It's like you don't have an internal setup that allows you to appreciate differences. If you're rigid, cramped, frustrated, or simply exhausted, you become privy to knee-jerk reactions, strong emotional reactions that are just completely void of or completely skipping our compassionate faculties. Like, oh my God, there was a comment on my shift video about my Ankh ring, y'all, this one. And they were like, I don't remember exactly what they said, but they said something like, oh, and she's wearing the Ankh, that slave emblem. You need Jesus. She said it was a slave emblem. She called it a slave emblem. I spit out my drink. I lifted my glasses like, like, think about it. It makes me kind of sad. It really did make me kind of sad, but not for the reasons you might think. I was thinking, what must be going on inside your body to watch a 7-minute video of some random woman on the internet? You watched it and something in you just went, holy water. She needs holy water. Like, that's crazy. If you can witness love and you don't perceive love, your antenna's broken. That's how I see it. If you stumble upon love, you witness it, and you recognize it as violence, you recognize it as something you need to protect yourself from, and you feel like you need to extinguish it, I think your intent is broken. If you come across someone whose palms are outward facing and you take on a position to strike, I think your intent is broken. Something's disconnected. As above, so below. Creating spaciousness and allowance within ourselves will allow us to evolve to a place where we don't explode in emotion upon hearing something that doesn't fully match our beliefs or seeing something that doesn't fully match our beliefs. Holy Bible, Quran, Kundalini Rising, Alan Watts, Quantum Physics, Transurfing, Morning Vinyasa. I really don't care. I don't. I observe and respect it all. And I see all of these examples of meaning making as evidence of singularity. That's all it means. It shows the nature of us. It shows that in every corner of the world, in every culture, we're gonna come up with a way to communicate what we see and feel. To me, all the differences point to oneness. It points to singularity. Everything is everything. Everyone's truth is their truth. Accept this so we can stop fixating on how we differ and focus on what's vibrating the same, because then at that point, we'll be moving closer to the point of it all. So I just need to get this idea out because I'm working on a lot of expressions right now, a lot of explorations. But I felt like my channel just needed a primer. I've got like 2,800 new subscribers over the past month. So thank you all so much for just finding me, I guess. Thank you, algorithm. Okay, algorithm. But I'm just want to let y'all know the vibes. You know, I'm kind of trying to curate my audience in real time too, so you know where I stand. And, you know, I'm going to talk about all kinds of things, but at the end of the day, I just wanted to lay a little bit of a framework. It really is all about love over here. Like, I might get a little spicy from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my friends say, we might get a little ignorant. We might get a little ignorant from time to time, but it's all in good fun. It's all for the plot. It's all for the vibes. But in all seriousness, I want to create a culture of respect and hopefully closeness through differences. Let it be a practice. Come here and watch something that you don't fully resonate with and just see if you can just keep yourself from attacking. Just practice it. I'll be the punching bag. It's okay. It's going to take time and practice. And I guess I should anchor this by saying that a lot of my thoughts in this video are centered around and kind of anchored around religion, spirituality, different, opposing views in that regard. And I'm actually working on a video. This is kind of like a sample teaser, but I'm making a video on some of the conflict that we see between religious and spiritual communities. I'm making a video on that, and this is kind of so that is what's been in the back of my mind when making this video, thinking about those deep-rooted fundamental beliefs. So yeah, thank you guys for being here as I'm working on some stuff. Wish me luck. We'll see how it goes.